There are, panties?
There are what?
I don't want to say that word again.
Why, 'cause you're 12?
I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of walking simulators. I really just haven't tried many of them. But Firewatch by Campo Santo just looked too interesting to pass up. The visuals by the great Ollie Moss don't hurt either. Going into this game having not followed it too closely up to release was the right way to go, as the opening segment goes from beautiful to gut punch really fast. Your main character, Henry, falls in love, struggles to keep his marriage together, and ultimately runs away from his wife's terminal, debilitating disease by taking a job as a fire lookout in Shoshone National Forest. The opening sequence is powerful and beautiful, perfectly setting the scene as Henry hikes to his new digs in the middle of nowhere. It's not long before you meet Delilah, the resident of the nearest tower and your constant in-game companion.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
As Henry and Delilah get to know each other, a series of kind of strange events takes place. From missing campers to story of Henry's murderous predecessor to shadowy men who appear to be conducting some sort of experiment where Henry and Delilah are the unwitting subjects.
There's some guy out here giving me the creeps.
You never actually meet Delilah.
Creeps?
This is born of necessity.
Wait, he's...
Lip sync is expensive to animate, and developer Campo Santo obviously didn't want to burn the budget.
Henry, there's something someone should have told you about this area.
What is it?
It's outside.
Come on.
The dialogue is superbly acted, and Delilah ends up seeming fairly unhinged and at times untrustworthy. The fact that Henry never actually sees her face only helps to add to the tension.
Oh my god, well, did you?
Don't be ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. I've known you, 24 hours? Maybe you're nuts.
God, look, I just came out here to sit in a tower, all right? Not get into some mess with a bunch of co-eds.
It's fine.
And that's what Firewatch is all about. By the end of the game, the intensity had been ratcheted up so high that I was on the edge of my seat. What happened to those missing girls? Have I unwittingly covered up a murder? Who's watching me? Is Delilah part of the conspiracy? Holy shit, the whole park is on fire! And then it's all over. And it's all over in such a mundane way. Spoiler warning, but all that cool, bizarre stuff that was happening to Henry, none of it was true. Every single event had a perfectly normal explanation. Though the weird hermit messing with you throughout the game has a pretty dark backstory.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, let's see what's on it.
Back when I first finished Firewatch, I was pretty disappointed. The dialogue and setting had expertly built up a level of tension over the space of a couple hours. I was totally on board with all of it. And then to get to the end and realize that none of it was real?
It's a tape of us talking down at the site. It sounds like it was recorded from somewhere nearby.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it sounds like we were the ones who burned it down and that it was your idea.
No.
We are screwed.
No!
That it was the game allowing me, as Henry and Delilah let our imaginations run wild was, well, kinda lame. Now, a month or so removed from the experience, I've really come to appreciate what Firewatch did to me. It was masterful, really. I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. My brain wanted this to be an episode of Lost or The X-Files. I wanted the fantasy. You have to respect that Campo Santo recognized that's where most of its audience would go, and played it almost perfectly.
That reminds me, I keep hearing reports from Fish and Game about a problem bear they're trying to keep tabs on. Can you search around the lake for fresh tracks and just let me know what you find? There was a crew burning fire lines out to the east, and, I think sometimes it riles up the wildlife.
Huh. Problem bear? Fuck that. I am of the opinion that they are all problems.
Come on, please.
Ugh. Can't believe I'm gonna leave this planet as a pile of bear shit.
Thank you, Henry.